Right, the first of the use and abuse section this month is going to be about the RidgeMonkey Bivvy Lite Duo, and I can't actually believe I'm saying that because if I'm totally honest with you, the first time I saw this, I really didn't think it would be something that I used. You know, I just thought, why on earth would you want a Bivvy Lite? But the first time I actually saw this in use in somebody's swim, took the mick out of them for a little while. I can't remember who it was, but 10 minutes or so later, they turned the light off, and I remember sitting there and immediately thinking, I wish you'd turn that light back on. And I asked them to, and when they did, you know, I thought this thing's actually quite good. And straight away I thought to myself, during the winter, that's going to be quite a good thing to have in your bag, because when you're there on your own, you know, I like to fish 2 or 3 nights a week if I can throughout the winter, and you sat there on your own for a long time, it's freezing cold and it's dark from 4 o'clock. And if you want to stay up late, you know, quite often in the winter you hear them late at night, you know, after midnight. It's really hard to stay awake when it's freezing cold, you're sat on your own and it's pitch black. But by getting myself one of these, just pin it to the roof of my bivvy, you know, not when I'm fishing in the margins and that, I won't have the light on, but if I'm fishing out in the lake, you know, I know it's not going to do any harm, pin this to the roof of my bivvy, and it actually makes that winter period of darkness much more enjoyable. And like I say, you sit there and you just feel a little bit more like you want to be there, rather than just rotting in the dark and on your own and in the cold. So yeah, pin it to the roof, and if you stand outside and look at it, you hardly even notice there. You know, if you put it on the really bright setting, you will. And there are 4 settings which you can have this light set to. You've got a dim white setting, a bright white setting, a dim red, and a bright red. And to change the, you know, the settings of the light, it's just a little button on the end. As you click it, it will just bounce between the different colours. So one click brings it on the dim white, and again goes to bright. Double click it and it switches it to red, and so on. You move through it like that. So really easy to use, really easy to charge. Micro USB in the end. Plug that into your power pack or whatever, so if it does run out while you're on the bank, just charge it back up. And you know, and it's not just a Bivvy Lite you have to use it for. You can use this with your camera as well. You know, when you've got a fish on the bank, put it on the bright setting, chuck it in front of the mat, and it will light up the camera, helps the cameras find focus, and obviously helps you actually see what you're doing a bit more as well. So there's a couple of good uses for it, but during the winter months, I absolutely love this thing. Like I said, I don't use it in the summer, but when it's dark all the time and I want to keep motivated, keep awake, this thing really does help.